There are indeed characters that Mike Tyson could beat in the JoJo universe. He cannot beat characters like Poochie Made in Heaven, but more grounded characters he can certainly destroy.
And to make it clear, the Mike Tyson we're talking about, not the Mike Tyson that just lost to Jake Paul, we're talking about
It was rigged.
prime Mike Tyson back in the 80s. First up, we're just going to go through each part individually and tell you who he could beat. First up, we got Jonathan and Dio. Jonathan, before he got the Hamon, and Dio,
Before the mask incident.
before he became a vampire. Now, Jonathan, he was pretty strong before the Hamon, but unless he's in a life-threatening situation and he just has to beat Mike Tyson, we're just gonna give it to Mike Tyson. And Dio, before he became a vampire, basically just a regular guy.
We've even seen their boxing styles. Okay, Dio, despite the fact that he was dirty, he's not gonna survive that ear bite. Okay, a little thumb in the eye technique's not gonna work on Mike Tyson.
And he punched Jonathan when Jonathan was older, and it did nothing. So think of what would happen if you did that to Mike Tyson.
We also got George Starr. Yeah, he's not beating Mike Tyson. We've never even seen him fight. Next, we have Speedwagon. Speedwagon, despite the fact that he is a fighter, Mike Tyson's just the better fighter.
Just one-on-one, even with his hat, unless he gets a killing, devastating blow, we're just going with Mike Tyson.
Next up, we have Danny. Yes, Mike Tyson will definitely burn Danny up. Next up for part 2, we have Susie Q. Mike Tyson would easily destroy her, no diff. She's not even a fighter. She kind of lost to a brain in part 2. Next on the list, we have Mark. If you don't remember him, he was the Nazi who was Caesar's friend. Mark got destroyed by a pillarman. The pillarman just walked by him and he was gone.
And we got George Joestar II, and now he is from the Joestar bloodline, and most people we see from the Joestar bloodline are strong, but this is probably, maybe besides George the First, probably the weakest person in the Joestar bloodline, maybe besides Holly. But yeah, we don't see anything from him. So
Mike Tyson's definitely beating that zombie commander. So if you take a look, Mike Tyson's able to beat up Satan. Here's an image of him punching him. The zombie commander isn't Satan.
And then we have Arena. She's an old woman in part 2. You probably couldn't keep up with him. So I don't know if any of you've seen the Family Guy clip where that old lady goes multiple rounds with Mike Tyson and he just falls over from exhaustion, but we don't think that would happen with Arena.
All right, so for part 3, the first person on our list who Mike Tyson can beat, it's Kakyoin. You want to know why? It's because he can deflect the Emerald Splash, and he will just hit harder than Kakyoin, okay? You saw Kakyoin get hit by Dio and he got sent flying. Imagine what Mike Tyson can do.
And if Mike Tyson did get close, Kakyoin has a long-range stand, not close. If Mike Tyson got up close, he'd be finished.
Okay, so next up on our list, we have Forever. He's the orangutan, the stand strength. Now, if you didn't know, Mike Tyson offered a zookeeper to go into the gorilla exhibit, fight the gorilla. He paid him, supposedly the zookeeper said no. If you didn't know, gorillas are stronger than orangutans, and if Mike Tyson is on par to a gorilla, then he's able to beat an orangutan.
And then we have Alessi. So he's just a very weak guy in general. And I know you might say, well, his stand would just turn him into a kid. When Mike Tyson was 13, he was boxing and beating grown men.
Yes, 13-year-old Mike Tyson is the scariest image ever. He could probably beat adults.
13-year-old Mike Tyson would one-hit KO Alessi.
All right, Pet Shop. Mike Tyson could definitely beat Pet Shop. So what he would do is he would summon a bunch of pigeons, and these pigeons would go after Pet Shop, and he could just summon an infinite amount.
And then we got Wilson Phillips. He had some wrestling experience when he was younger, but he's older now, a little fatter. He's got his eyes on politics, not on wrestling, so he probably couldn't really do anything. We got Nuke Saku. Listen, I know what you're thinking. He's a vampire. He could definitely be. No, bro. He is the weakest vampire ever in the entire series. He's a joke. I guarantee if Mike Tyson was put in the manga, there'd be a whole gag where he'd punch, just like JoJo did. You just
With
punch
that,
Yuke Saki.
when he was pretending to be a woman.
Yeah.
Just boom. Next up, we have Anubis. Anubis, all it does is just like, you pick it up and you get possessed. So imagine some amateur with a sword possessed versus Mike Tyson. We already know how it's going to go down.
Yeah, the first time, we definitely think Mike Tyson could do it. Now, if you want to go second, third, then there's some questions. But the first time he faces Anubis, he could definitely beat him. For part 4, we got Miki Taka, the supposed alien. Yeah, he's an alien. He can turn his body into different objects and stuff, but he doesn't really seem to have any offensive powers. And he seems like just a really nice, ignorant guy.
And he's allergic to loud noises. So think about it. Mike Tyson's audience would just be there yelling. He's done for. He would just start throwing up. Next up, we have Josuke's mom and grandfather. Pretty obvious. I don't need to go into why. He would easily destroy both of them. Then we have Tonio. Now you could say, oh, Tonio could cook food, but if Mike Tyson doesn't eat it, he's not doing anything.
And we got the rock, paper, scissors kid. Here's how it would go. He would run up to him. Like, you want to play rock, paper, scissors? And then he would just punch him in the face and it'd be done. Then we got Tamami. He has a lock stand that's supposed... Mike Tyson's not going to feel guilty about anything. He's just going to punch him in the face and it'd be over.
And then we have the Enigma guy, okay? First off, I guess if he feels fear, he'll do something. Like, his eyes will start to close. Mike Tyson will just, like, intimidate him. This dude's menacing. And then also, like, one punch, he's out.
He has an E in strength and speed, which is... his stand literally cannot do anything.
For part 5, first one on this list, we have Coco Jumbo, Mr. President Turtle. Listen, all he has to do is pick up the turtle and throw it off a bridge. He wins.
Yeah, I think even though Polnareff is inside the turtle, he doesn't even have his stand.
Even before Polnareff.
Yeah.
It's
either way.
One-sided. Next up, we have Leaky Eye Luca. You can't really see because it's just his eyes tearing up, and he has a shovel. Listen, some mafia guy with a shovel versus Mike Tyson, heavyweight champion. Just do the math.
I'm telling you right now, I would rather get hit by a shovel from Leaky Eye Luca than take a prime Mike Tyson punch.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just me.
I think that's all of us. And next up, we have Carne. This is pre-Notorious B.I.G. Mista easily destroyed him just shooting him. That was like the easiest fight. Now, granted, Notorious Big is the problem.
Yeah, but he can't use it till after he's dead. And we have Pericolo. If you remember, he's like the capo in part 5, the old man who's like, here's some info from the boss, and then he takes his own life. But he's just an old man, no special powers.
Next up, we have Abakio. Abakio, his stand stats aren't that strong. Mike Tyson would just easily handle him. Like, sure, his stand stats are C's, and I guess C's equals like the strength of like a human or the capabilities of like a human. But Mike Tyson's superhuman.
Yeah, if he got Abakio all by himself, I don't think there's anything he could do.
And also, Abakio beat up Aluso. So we believe that, Aluso brings Mike Tyson to the mirror world. Yeah, Mike Tyson's just going to go in, do damage.
Exactly.
Next up, we have Giorno's mother. Listen, there's nothing she can do to beat Mike Tyson. Iron Mike Tyson.
For part 6, first up, Viviana Westwood. Before the stand affected him, it'd be easy dub. Even after the stand affected him, because it would affect Mike Tyson too. It just wouldn't be a contest. We have Ungolo. Now, he can't control his stand at all. So if Mike Tyson is just unaffected by his stand somehow and make his way to him, there's literally nothing that he could do.
Next up, we have Poochie's and Weather Report's sister. there's nothing she can do. Moving on, we have Romeo. Romeo, he's a little bit spineless. Mike Tyson would just easily beat him up. You just go after him, killing machine. Boom, punch him in the face. He's gone. Next up, you have John Gallier. If you didn't know this, Mike Tyson owns guns, so he would just shoot them back.
We got Kenzo Dragon's Dream. This was a tough one. We kind of went back and forth, and we just feel like, if you ever listen to Mike Tyson talk, I mean, he sounds a little crazy, but he also really understands like the art of fighting. So we think, if there's a scenario out there where he just manages to actually hit Kenzo,
and he'll just overcome his dragon's bullcrap. All right, so part 7, we have Poco Loco. So we thought about it. His stand, all it does is just talk. Mike Tyson, he's just about action, so he would easily pummel him.
You got Lucy Steele. I mean, listen, she beat Alternate World Diego, but that was special circumstances. By herself, she's weak. And this is also her without, the Holy Corpse
Ticket
party.
to ride.
Yeah. We got Blackmore. When it's not raining, what's he going to do against Mike Tyson?
Then we have Scarlett Valentine. The First Lady versus Mike Tyson. He's going to win. Then we have Mrs. Robinson. If you don't remember, his stand was like Oye como va. Just causes like explosions. If Mike Tyson just got close enough, the fight's over.
You got Steven Steele. I mean, he looks like a decent sized guy in decent shape, but like there's no way he's beating Mike Tyson. Nick Joestar, I mean, he died because a mouse scared his horse and it fell. There's just no way he's gonna beat
Nicholas ain't doing anything. Then we have Mountain Tim. Mike Tyson, despite the fact that he's a stand user, Mike Tyson would probably beat him. He would just need to get like close enough, the right scenario, right situation would need to happen. But despite it being like a little difficult, he would figure out a way. Next up, we have Diego Brando. Now the thing is, with scary monsters, he can turn into dinosaurs. And if you didn't know, Mike Tyson uppercut a dinosaur that's bigger than what Diego can turn into. We have Funny Valentine's ear. We all know what Mike Tyson could do to ears. Just look at Evander.
For part 8, it's basically everybody besides Josuke, Toru, maybe some of the Rock humans. I don't know if if Mike Tyson punched them, it'd literally be like punching a rock. But I mean, most of the stands in part 8, they're not very strong. Like the entire Higashika family, Mike Tyson like blindfolded with all of them using their stands.
They're losing their ears.
Yeah. Sorry for, I really like part 8. We all love part 8, but a lot of weak people compared to the rest of the series.
For part 9, Mike Tyson, he is soloing the entire part.
I mean, Rohan could probably, because he seems to have the same powers as Rohan in part 4. Jodia, I guess his November Rain can stop bullets and stuff. I think it's pretty strong, but like other than those two, everybody else is weak.
Like what? Dragona's gonna try getting close. Boom, hit, out. Paco comes in close. Boom, out, gone. Maybe Charming Man might stand a chance, but literally everybody else is getting destroyed.
And like Bobby Jean, he does okay, like his gun stand with his bullets, but like
Mike Tyson will just shoot him back.
So yeah, that is everybody in the series that we could think of that Mike Tyson could beat.
Everyone that we can think of that actually matters. Now, granted, Jake Paul cannot beat these people that we listed. Some of them. But Mike Tyson, for sure. Okay, that fight was rigged.
If you disagree with any of this stuff, do yourself a favor. Go on YouTube, search up some Mike Tyson highlights.
And edits.
Prime. Just watch him. Go to his Wikipedia page. Do some research. You'll see that we are, in fact, correct. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment.